All right, Maximus Analysis here for September 10th, 2015, and we see into the close it kind of faded at kind of this midpoint of yesterday's candle. I took up some puts going into next week, not expiring tomorrow, but expiring next week, Friday. So again, we'll see what happens. But again, if they break these lows of this 194 tomorrow, if we get at least a break of let's say 194, we're going to see what kind of happens, because they're pretty much in no man's land. Yesterday's bar doesn't need, you can't really discount it, but kind of where they failed, I said, I could take a low risk trade going into there. Again, if they pop it above these highs, I will have to just get out. So that being said, that's what I think about that name. Again, we look at the NQ. We can, excuse me. NQ pound F. Again, you see that we're pretty much retracing very choppy action, very difficult action to trade, quite honestly. So going into the next week, you just see if they can break out of these major lows, break almost of where you think they would have some stops. So again, under this 4180 level, we'll see what happens. Again, if they break up, you're going to get above this 200. I mean, they look pretty gas, but again, it's very, very difficult because you have the higher bottoms and you have the flat tops. If they break above this 40, basically above this 200, which is about 4380, we could see, and we want to see how to do it. They could break above it and then give us a reverse bar at that level, but again, they've just been churning it sideways, so it's been pretty difficult. To say the least. You got the YM. Again, this is one of the weaker of them all. And we can see that they failed and want them to break below these levels of 15,993 to see some continuing selling. Again, that doesn't mean that you take the entry there, but that would then look like it would run a lot of stops and then be able to come into, for next week, this previous range. You got the IWM. IWM pretty much doing about the same thing as well, so just grinding up higher. And again, if we see a good break and follow through, we'll see what happens. Again, looking at that SPY, hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about. But we'll see how they close it. Again, they're about to close it now, but we'll see how this one plays out. Again, we'll look also at Apple. Apple came back and pretty much, again, you had I don't even think you had a sell signal. You didn't have a break of a low. So that, again, that saves you when you have stuff like this, because again, if you just blindly got in, you're looking here. You're looking at about 115 for your stop. So again, if it breaks down below this low tomorrow, then we can see some continuation. But again, it just matters what they're going to do tomorrow with these weekly puts and call options, because they're just ripe for taking. You have Priceline just kind of hovering. You have Tesla, actually looks more like it might be setting up for something. Well, I want to see which side of they're going to break this one bar. So let me show you what's going on if you guys can't see. So again, you have indecision. So if they break above, they might go up higher based on these higher lows. But if they break down below, it would be interesting at least. So again, this is just really tight sideways consolidation range, so it doesn't make things easy at all. Amazon is kind of like in an overbought territory, but again, we'll see what they do, man. We'll see what they do. It's not been an easy one, to say the least. But again, they didn't have much follow through to the downside. Facebook. Again, Facebook closed it up strong tomorrow. Maybe they continue for tomorrow. I think we did do Netflix. Again, Netflix also is looking like a little small like flag, and if they break below these lows, I'll tell you, they'll definitely try to go back for this 85. So you might want to just hold your nose and take that if we get a break below here, and you could just keep a tight stop, because if you see the volume is waning. So again, I'll look and see what happens tomorrow, and I'll take it from there. Who else we had? We had Crude. Crude gave today was the EIA report. So here's how this is going to play out, or I think. So again, if you guys took the short from here, I said I would go at least risk free. So again, you should be stopped out. They break above here and clear about this range right here, they could see a run up to 51. They could see a run up to 51. And if they break 51 with some volume, I'll be surprised, but again, I would look at it again for a quick retracement to the upside. But again, this is still, really tight what we got going on here. But if they break above, they could have, if it has some continuation volume, we could see some a retracement up. But again, I still think that we are in a bearish thing, but this is more looking for a quick 1 to 3 day trade, or if you want to look intraday, you can kind of look on like a 15-minute or something like that. So you can see, again, this was the report at 11, and it was just choppy, but it stayed above this level. So again, if they stay above these levels and never break this 45 with any conviction, they can hold it. So again, they're looking to take out these old highs of 46, about 47, and then we'll see if they get back to these levels, which would be around this 47. But I'll be real careful and try to look in more of an intraday time frame for that one. But again, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Again, I took a small SPY short just because of the candle that we had yesterday and where it kind of failed today as well. So it didn't close that much with some strength. I would have loved it to get under 195, but you can't get everything. There's no perfect trade. So and I'm not going to be analysis paralysis over here. So again, I took those. And if we could get some follow through, we'll see what happens overnight. Again, I have time, thank goodness, because that's been, when you have stuff like this weeklies can be really annoying if you just have the front week out. So again, we'll see what happens tomorrow, see what they're going to do, and go from there. Take care.